Now, dam levels in Gqeberha are dangerously low again. They currently stand at just 12% full, the worst on the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro for the past 8 years. The recent heavy rains, despite flooding in other areas, have not helped in alleviating the scarce water challenges. Ronald Masinda brings us the very latest. Good morning, Ronald. You actually are awaiting an update from the Metro. What exactly are we expecting?
Fundo, very good morning to you. Well, the press conference is about to start here in Nelson Mandela Bay, where there will be a few announcements made. But what is important is that the situation remains very critical, with dam levels sitting at around 12.27%. Now, to speak more on this current situation, I am joined by the Director for Water Distribution. Joseph, thank you so much for your time. What is the big announcement?
Thank you for the opportunity. As you might be aware that, we are currently facing, one of the worst drought in the Nelson Mandela Metro. At this point in time, most of our western dams, are almost running dry. You might be aware that we have decommissioned Mpofu Dam already, and we are left with Chechu Dam. And I think we are actually cutting down, water from that dam for us to be able at least to avoid, hydraulic failure of Chechu Dam. And what it means is that, we're going to have to change, the mode in which we actually distribute water to our consumers. I mean, what we're going to be happening now, almost like 500,000 people to the western side going to get water, through water trucks. And I think currently with the intervention from the minister through the Section 33, which actually we have been actually provided, with water trucks from the Department of Water and Sanitation as well as Amatola to augment, the water trucks that we have in the city for us to be able to provide basic consumption to our consumers that's going to be affected.
Are people using water sparingly, though, given the current situation?
Obviously, at this point in time, we had actually reduced our consumption from about 300 to about 263, around September. But obviously, with the holidays, it has gone up, as well as the heat that we are currently experiencing. It has actually gone up to around 290 megalitres of water on a daily basis. So it means that we have got a huge deficit, and actually now we cannot afford to provide each and everyone with water. We are currently, as we speak, experiencing intermittent supply to most of the, western suburbs. And I think, as I say, the mode of providing water is going to be through water trucks as well as, rainwater tanks.
In terms of what we've seen throughout the course of the summer, has the rainfall been forthcoming?
No, we haven't received, rainfall in this province significantly to change our water dams. But obviously, the Eastern Cape, we are actually flooding, some other areas like Queenstown, for example. But here in the Nelson Mandela, we have just received, less than average rainfall in our suburban city, but not in the catchment areas. Our dam level is critically declining on a day-to-day basis. Currently, we are just, under 12%. And the usable water in most of those dams is less than 5%.
Should residents be worried about day zero?
Obviously, as I mentioned, we're going to be experiencing water disruption mostly to the western side of the city. And obviously to those households, it means that you are not getting water for the next 4 or 5 days, depending, on the usages. And I think what we are saying, more than ever before, we would like to encourage residents to reduce consumption so that we should be able to meet, the available production that we have from the east, that is about nuclear duct treatment works. We are getting almost 210 megalitres on a daily basis. Combined with bores and the schemes that we have actually developed, we have got 230 megalitres that is available for us. And if we reduce consumption to those thresholds, we should be able to provide everybody with water in the city.
Joseph, my last question is not only about the drought, but there have been issues with regards to water infrastructure, the issue of water leaks. How bad is the situation? Will it be rectified?
Yeah, obviously, leaks, as I always say, it's part of the maintenance regime of every, water utility, and I think we'll continue to plow resources to actually fix leaks. We are also actually having long-term view, in terms of replacement of water pipes to ensure that, we actually have, sustainable infrastructure, for the future.
All right, Joseph, thank you so much for your time, and let's allow the press conference to start. That is where we have to leave it for now.
right, thank you very much, Ronald. That's a reporter Ronald Masinda for us.